Hello and welcome to my channel, The Flamenco Coach. I'm Belinda Retamel. In today's video, we're going to do another walkthrough of a baile. A baile in flamenco is just a complete dance. The palo that we're looking at today is Seguiriyas. A Seguiriyas in flamenco is part of the cante hondo, which is one of the really deep, soulful singing type of palos. This palo does not have a 12 count structure. It actually is counted in fives. It does fit the 12 count time signature, but it is counted in fives. And if you have not come across it before, the way it is counted is 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 1. So it goes through like that. So that's the time signature of the Seguiriyas. The purpose of this video, however, is to walk you through the structure of the baile for Seguiriyas. Now, in flamenco, all bailes follow a basic general structure, and I have made a video on that one already, so if you're not sure, you can go check out the video that I've got here on the screen. But just to give you a quick recap, I like to think of the bailes as having three parts, which is your beginning, middle, and end. The beginning is called the Salida. The middle has three parts to it, and that would be the Letra, the Falseta, and the Escobilla. And I like to think of it as each part of the flamenco trio having a turn. So the Letra is, I would say, the singer's turn. So that's where the singer does the singing of the Letra. Next is the Falseta, and that is what I call the guitarist's turn, because that's when the guitarist gets to lead the conversation and play a beautiful melodic falseta. And the third part of the middle is the Escobilla, and that is what I call the dancer's turn. So that's where the dancer is doing mostly a lot of footwork for the Escobilla, and the guitarist and the singer will again follow along whatever the dancer is doing in terms of tempo, etc. The singer is usually doing palmas or giving jaleos for the Escobilla. And then the third part of the general structure is the Macho, which is the ending, the finale. And so that's when everyone is wrapping up, and where the dancer might leave the stage, walk off or dance off and exit, or some cases the dance will just finish on the spot, so culminate a lot of footwork and finish really in a dynamic and dramatic way. So that's the basic recap of a general structure. When it comes to Seguiriyas, it does follow that structure, beginning, middle, end, the Salida, the middle, and then the Macho. The middle is where I do find there is a lot of variation when it comes to Seguiriyas. So there will obviously still be a Letra, Falseta, Escobilla. There's got to be at least one of those, each of those in all bailes, otherwise it doesn't really make up a baile. In Seguiriyas, however, this is where you might find there's more variation than in other palos. So there might be more than one Escobilla, there might be more than one Falseta, but there does have to be at least one each of a Letra, Falseta, and Escobilla, otherwise it's not a complete dance. It's just the order in which they appear and how many of each one is going to vary across different bailes and across different performers. And that's why it's fun to be able to pick out which part of the dance it is, and then you can understand what's happening at each point. And you can also be watching the performers to see what clues they're giving each other. So we'll be watching out for some of those codes throughout this baile. One thing I do want to talk about before we get into the walkthrough is the term a palo seco. So what this means is without accompaniment. And without accompaniment really just means percussion only. So it's without the guitar music playing. That doesn't mean the guitarist does nothing. The guitarist can still be using the guitar. What they do, however, is cover up the strings and then just play the strings with their right hand only, and that gives it a scratchy sound without any of the musical notes. So they're covering up the strings with their left hand, so the guitar is not playing any chords, it's just playing a straight rhythm. When it comes to a palo seco, what can be included is palmas, finger clicking, nudillos, which is rapping on the table with the knuckles, any kind of percussive noise. In the baile we're watching today, when it comes to the Salida, the singer comes in a palo seco, which means there's actually going to be no accompaniment to begin with. The singer's just singing the letra, so he's not even singing a temple, which is the ay. He starts in with a letra, which is also perfectly correct. After a few lines, the other singers come in with some palmas, and then also the guitarist then starts to play as well. And so we have that bit of a build up there in the salida. During the baile, we'll notice that the dancer does signal to the guitarist a couple of times to play a palo seco. And what the guitarist then does is the tapao, which is a term for the guitar playing. This comes from the word tapar, meaning to cover, and that's why the guitarist is covering the strings with his left hand. I have also heard that one of the codes a dancer can use is to put their hand and cover their chest like this, their left hand, and that will signal to the guitarist, I would like you to play a tapao. So we'll look out for that when we're watching the baile. Also to note is when it comes to the macho, I do notice that the dancer signals to the guitarist to play a tapao, but then the singer keeps singing the letra during the macho, and the dancer doesn't do anything with the tapao because generally the palo seco is there so the dancer can play around with the rhythms and show off some footwork. That didn't actually happen, but again, it's probably live. I wasn't there live, so I don't know, this is just a recording, but what I'm guessing happened is it didn't go as the dancer was expecting. She might have been expecting the singer to wrap up the letra, but he continued singing. And then we'll see that the guitarist doesn't play a tapao for very long. He comes back in with the melody and the dancer just continues marking to the macho. So maybe it didn't quite go as she was expecting. I don't know. But yeah, watch out for that and just let me know in the comments what you think happened there too. Before we do the walkthrough, I'll just explain the order of the structure for this baile. I'm just referring to my notes as well, by the way. We have the salida, it comes first, then the singer will sing a letra, and there's only one letra or main letra in this baile. Next is a falseta, then the dancer performs an escobilla, and then it goes straight into the macho. So it's a very simple structure. It's also a short dance, only 7 minutes long, which is short for flamenco bailes. So I will probably not skip through much of it at all. I may pause the video to stop and chat about what's going on, but I expect we'll just watch the thing the whole way through. So that is the structure. We have salida, which is the beginning. The middle, we will have letra, falseta, escobilla, and then the ending is the macho. The beautiful bailaora in this baile is Paula Carmona. And one of the reasons I chose this particular baile is because I like how there's a lot of close-up of the faces and a lot of close-up of the feet. When I go to a flamenco performance, I like getting front row seats because I love to be able to see the flamenco dancer's expression, because this is what flamenco is about. It's about expressing what we're feeling. So the closer you are to the artists on stage, you can see what's happening in their facial expressions and really start to feel what they're transmitting to you. And as a dancer, I also really love to watch the footwork. So having these close-ups, I like it. And I will be linking to the original video below, and also I will be linking to the video that I created with the notes on screen. So if you do want to just watch that without my chit chat in the background, just follow the link and I will send you a copy of that video. Let's now take a look at the baile. So here the singer has come in with a letra for Seguiriyas. It's very soulful. And here the dancer has started to make her salida del baile. The guitarist is still waiting to come in. Here we are coming in with palmas, and house of the guitar. She's making Salida de la guitarra. And what we can see that Paula just did was she started playing a little bit of palmas after she got up from the chair, and that was to bring up the tempo and also to indicate she's going to come in with her cierre to close off the salida. So the cierre is a remate, but has a specific function, which is closing off something. Ole. And now the singer comes in straight away with the letra. And we see Paula goes into marking. I'm just pausing again. With Seguiriyas, when the singer sings the letra, there usually happens that the singer will sing a couple of lines, take a respiro, and in this respiro, the dancer will do a remate. And then after that remate, the singer will resume the letra. So we'll see that happen in a second. See, all of this is mine. And now we have the respiro while Paula does her remate. Asa. And now the singers come back in, resuming that first letra. So it's not a separate letra, it's still the first one. Back to doing marking. And then after the singer finishes the letra, we will see that the guitarist comes in with the falseta. And there it is, very beautiful, very pretty. And again, Paula will be doing marking throughout the falseta. In a second though, you will see her turn toward the side here, and then she does look at the guitarist, and he comes back in with the rhythm, and now she's going to perform the cierre. So I hope you see all of these clues that they're giving each other. This is how they have their conversation on stage. Okay, next is Escobilla, dancer's turn. And the guitarist has come in with the typical Escobilla melody for Seguiriyas. So the guitarist plays the melody for a little bit, and then he does change into a palo seco. So you will hear that in a few seconds. And here we have the palo seco, which for the guitarist is called tapal, and you can see the guitarist is covering the strings with his left hand. And here the singers are all playing straight palmas. When I say straight, they're all just clapping on the beat, no one's doing anything accenty or offbeat. So what this does, the palo seco, it helps to accentuate the dancer's footwork so that the dancer can play around with rhythms. And in this Escobilla as well, Paula does contratiempo, so she's doing her contratiempo now, which is using the offbeats. And because the palmeras are playing on beat, it's very easy to hear the dancers going off beat. And now she's doing her subida, which is bringing up the tempo, ready to finish. And now we're moving into the Macho, the end of the dance. Press pause here. With the Macho, in 12 count dances, it usually ends in the palo of Seguiriyas. Because this is Seguiriyas and it's not technically a 12 count dance, the Macho will still be in the palo of Seguiriyas, only it will be at a faster tempo and in a major key, so everything is up. I have heard that sometimes there are dancers that do the Macho in the palo of Seguiriyas, so it can switch up into Seguiriyas. That's also correct. This one, however, they're using Seguiriyas. And you can hear the singer is singing in a higher tone of voice for this letra. Here we see Paula look toward the guitarist. This is where he switches to a palo seco. The singer keeps singing. And I think that's what they weren't expecting, because now the guitarist has gone back into the rhythm and Paula did not do any special footwork with that palo seco. And here she is performing subida. She's performed a few subidas towards the end. Final subida, you can tell the tempo is really increased now. Ole! Amazing. She turns back to just acknowledge the singers, the bailarines, and the guitarist. What did you think? I hope you enjoyed that video, and I hope you enjoyed learning a little bit more about the structure of a baile por Seguiriyas. If you're keen to look at some more videos talking about the structure, I have put a few together in a playlist now, so I'll link that here. If there are any more videos you would like me to make on different palos, such as tangos, no, I've already done that one. What haven't I done? Faruca, guajiras, soleá popularías. Just let me know in the comments, but I'm having a lot of fun with this series and I will definitely be back with more. Until then, bye!